This is so cheesy. I hope I get ridiculed for this.
Okay. State who you are and what you do.
I'm SUNLESSKHAN. I'm a Rocket League YouTuber. That's all I do. I just make Rocket League videos. I have some hobbies, but that's my profession. That is my profession. Sorry.
Awesome. Okay, so we're just gonna rapid fire questions at you. All right.
Let's go.
Favorite song of all time?
Oh crap. Favorite song. Why am I so unprepared for that? Okay, my favorite song.
You can have
so
a few.
cheesy.
You can have a few. I can't answer multiple.
This is so cheesy. I hope I get ridiculed for this. Because I deserve it. But I think it's Coldplay's "Viva La Vida." I think if I had to pick one.
Okay, great song, but like I'm thinking of like the
really
roster
is.
of Coldplay songs for selection. And I have thoughts.
Viva La Vida.
I have thoughts. No, that's a good one. Okay, favorite song of the last 5 years. Favorite newer song.
Oh. Oh my God.
See, I just throw them from like left curve. No one expects that in a Rocket League video.
I'm not a huge music buff. It's kind of funny. I use it as like background, and I like production scores, but I don't.
Okay, if you're not a big music buff, we can switch it. Favorite TV show of the last 5 years.
My favorite TV show, also cheesy, but of the last 5 years, I have to say recent TV shows, because Breaking Bad falls out of that 5 years, I believe.
Oh, it does. Oh, we're old.
I'll have to say,
God.
I have to actually say Rick and Morty. I know the fan base gets a lot of ridicule, but there's no going around it that it's an amazing show. So I have to say. Rick
Oh,
and Morty.
I agree, and I've said on that platform a million times, the fan base is the worst, and the show is the best.
Right. The show, it has like a hardcore fan base for a reason. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Really the best.
Okay, best snack when gaming.
Best snack when gaming, I believe. I'm more of a drink person. It's hard to snack when gaming. You
no,
that?
that's fine.
No, I have an answer, but
Okay.
it is hard to snack when gaming. I've noticed. Like it's easier to snack when you're watching something, but like when you're on your keyboard or like with a controller, it's kind of hard. But I have to say, Dots pretzels. I'm not even a huge pretzel guy, but Dots pretzels are fantastic.
So are Dots pretzels the color? No, that's just a pretzel.
They're sticks.
Okay.
They're sticks, but they're seasoned. That's why they're so good. The seasoning mix is just so.
I've never been a pretzel person, but I like Snyder's.
These may convert you.
I like Snyder's, like the buffalo ones.
Oh yeah, those are good. Yeah, the bits.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are amazing.
Okay. Switching it up a little bit. I'll take you away from like food and music into more of a comfort zone. If you had to give up either Rocket League or YouTube for a year, which one would you pick?
I would give up Rocket League. So are you saying I couldn't play Rocket League? I just have to, but I could still make videos about Rocket League?
No, like, phrasing. So like you could give up Rocket League completely or just like posting on YouTube completely. So if you could still do YouTube for the year, but it would have to be completely un-Rocket League related.
Yeah, I think I would do that. I think I would give up Rocket League over YouTube. They're really close.
What kind of content do you think you'd be creating if you couldn't create for Rocket League for a year?
Probably be like a vlogger or something. I don't know. Probably make like food vlogs or travel.
Dude, I've said this over the last couple episodes, but I'm just ready for the Rocket League community as a whole when, like the state of the world's a little bit different, to just get out there and just be like IRL vloggers. We're going to be like, we've been sitting at our computers too long, too much Rocket League. It's
going to happen.
It really will. Okay, worst condiment. I ask this every time.
The worst condiment?
Yes.
I love all condiments. I think the worst one, though, is probably I like ketchup. I like mustard. I love brown mustard. I love regular mustard. I love Dijon mustard. I think I'll just say horseradish sauce.
Oh, but there's so many good ways you can make horseradish.
I know.
No, it's fair. I'm just waiting for the day you went and I got so excited because I hate ketchup. And I'm waiting for the day that somebody answers and goes, ketchup. Ketchup is the worst. And I'll just be like, yes, I'm not alone.
Ketchup is vastly overrated, but I think it's good. Like fries and ketchup is just perfect. So
agree to disagree.
And on like hot dogs and burgers, so good.
Yeah, see, I usually just stick with mustard. I'm just like mustard drowning out my hot dog and mustard all over my burger. Okay, back to
Respect that.
Rocket League. Favorite extra mode?
Drop shot.
Ooh, that's a first. Usually people
I
stay
like
away from drop shot.
Yeah, I like drop shot. I like chasing and reading the ball and just it's just a bunch of challenges. Like it's so fun to play. It's you can play it mindlessly. It's great.
See,
Work on your
I
50s.
think people always talk about well, a lot of people talk about how they think extra modes are a waste of time, and I don't. I think that each extra mode was kind of made to help you with the mechanic a bit,
Yeah,
And
and it's
I think
fun.
drop shot for like lower ranks can be something that it could really help you with your aerials because you're going to
Yeah,
learn very quickly that staying on the ground in drop shot is not going to work. It's just
right. And
not going to work.
I think it's ironic that someone would call it a waste of time when it's a video game, just
Right?
like the rest of the game.
Oh
It's for
God.
fun,
No,
not for work
no, you
for
summed
most
that up
people.
perfectly. So many people are like, why would you play this or why would you do this? And I'm like, because it's a video game and I decided to sit down and play a video game. No, because I play Rumble a lot. So I like and I think Rumble is arguably one of the ones that is difficult to try to pinpoint what it helps you on. But I'm also just like, it's a video
Yeah,
game. I want to play
right.
Rumble because I don't want people to yell at me in ranked.
Yeah,
Um,
it's fun.
Okay. And I asked this next question because I feel like this is going to eventually be me. But you and your wife also have two dogs, I believe.
Hmm.
Do you
We
think
do.
you'll eventually have 50 as well? Because I feel like if this goes on much
50.
longer, I will eventually have 50 dogs as well. No, I really just wanted to get you to talk about your dogs for a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. I like both of our dogs. We probably won't get 50. I think 2 is a good number. Probably Linnell wants another puppy, but nah, two's my max.
Yeah.
One is very old and docile, and Linnell just poked her head in. I don't think she realized she was on camera. Um, Sky is really quiet and stuff, and we can barely handle like just the one active one, which is Storm, the puppy. So
Yeah.
3 would be too much for me.
Yeah, no, we got a second puppy when we moved here to Austin back in September. And we were like when we talked about getting a second dog because Rocket's just over a year old. And he went from a house that had another dog in it. We talked about we were going to get an older dog than Rocket and to help kind of like train Rocket and get him to behave and become,
Right.
less the active run around dog that he is, and and it started out like that. And we were like, we'll do that in a couple months. And then we were looking at dogs that day and we were like, but okay, it's going to be older than Rocket. And then the next thing you know, we're bringing home a 6-week-old puppy who is faster and louder and wilder than Rocket has ever been.
So Rocket's gonna
No, he became the calm dog. He sits there and he's like, I just want to lay down
bounce up.
now. I just want to lay
That's
down now.
great.
So it kind of worked, but she's wonderful. No, she's wonderful. Okay. You are one of the biggest content creators in Rocket League. You are. And people love your content. People love watching you on YouTube primarily. People love it when you stream and do other things. When did you realize that that was something that, you were going to stick with, that you wanted to full send?
I was gonna say the first series that actually got views for me, which is why you suck at Rocket League, but that probably wasn't the moment where I wanted to full send because I just still thought it was a hobby because the channel was so tiny at that point. So it was probably around my like second takeoff when I was nearing 100,000. I think was the moment that I decided to full send. So it was a subscriber count really that did it and consistent
Yeah.
viewership. That's what it was.
So that was actually my next question. It was about why you suck at Rocket League, and I was going to ask, like, when you created why you suck at Rocket League, and I know that it's a vague question because I think everyone who's trying to be a full-time content creator creates their videos because they want people to subscribe to it and they want that to be the video. But did you realize that it was going to blow up the way that it did? Did you imagine that it would blow up the way that it did?
Oh, no,
Everyone
not at
knows.
all. No, because I mean, I was just making the video for fun. I thought it would get some views, maybe. Like, I don't really know why. I don't remember my mindset when I first made that series. But after the first one, then I knew people liked it. So then I just kept going. Like once I had like even a small audience, I was just clung to that. So, But no, I had no idea it was going to get views at all. It was crazy when I woke up and I had like 200 subscribers and I had like 2,000 views. I was like, "Wow, this is crazy."
Oh, that had to be a great feeling. It's gone from
It
that. I
was.
mean, the team. I remember you talking about it on Twitter when like Team YouTube tweeted out like recommending your video to somebody. It was like, I think there's a video that recommends like why you might suck at it.
That's right. That's right. That was
Yeah,
good.
no, and it's completely blew up from there. And you're somebody who creates all kind of content all the time on YouTube and when you're streaming, and it seems like you constantly have all these ideas and you're constantly like pushing things in the Rocket League community and creating. How do you unwind from all of that when you want to like step away from content creating?
I play other games. I play like single player games specifically if I'm trying to unwind, or I play casual games with my friends, or sometimes not casual. Like I play Warzone with my friends. It's not really casual. It's pretty sweaty and try hard, but it's still
Yeah.
something different. So that, and then I also make Legos. I like building stuff. I mess with keyboards, like mechanical keyboards. I like taking them apart and like
Yeah.
changing the switches and like lubing them and stuff. It's fun.
Oh,
So
what's
those
your
are some
go? What's
hobbies.
your go-to single player game to
My
unwind?
go-to single player game is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
on the path to 100%ing it, so that's
Oh, that's
what I've been
awesome. I don't
chipping away
understand. So
at.
many people can like 100% multiple games, and I'm like, I can barely even 50%
Yeah,
Rocket League at this
it's
point.
pretty tough. It's
Uh,
a grind because you gotta get all those little achievements and stuff, and there's a lot of little achievements in, Red Dead.
yeah. So I mentioned this on a previous episode I did, and I said that in my opinion, I think that YouTube is the hardest platform to grow on. I feel like people have been for the past decade trying to grow on YouTube. What do you think the hardest platform outside of YouTube is to grow on?
Outside of YouTube,
Hmm.
uh, well, Twitter's not really a real like a creative outlet really, but I think Twitter is pretty like, if I see someone with a lot of followers on Twitter, I'm impressed because it's pretty hard to grow on Twitter, I'd say.
What blows my mind is when I see people with a lot of followers on Twitter that aren't from another platform. Because I feel like,
Yeah. Yeah, Twitter mains.
yeah, Twitter mains, and they're literally. I feel like the climate of Twitter over the past half decade has allowed that to happen. Just people just yelling, but it's still it blows my mind. It blows my
Yeah.
mind. Before, and I'm aging myself here. But I worked in marketing for 6 years before I started streaming. And before it was all these Instagram accounts that had all the memes and like the TikTok and the Vine accounts and things like that. It was Twitter accounts. A lot of companies would try to like, how people pay in Instagram influencers to promote things.
Right.
And there's all those meme accounts. They originally started on Twitter. And it's actually where Instagram accounts started pulling their content. It became a huge thing because they would
Ah, from
screenshot
Twitter.
tweets. They would
Right,
screenshot
you're
tweets
right.
and not give people credit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So there were all of these,
Still
and
do.
yeah, no, they still do. But there's still these apps out there that exist where people can buy these abandoned Twitter accounts that have
Right.
hundreds of
The followers.
thousands of
Yeah.
followers, and but that was literally where it was. That's where it started, and they would just tweet funny stuff. But I honestly think it's a cycle. It's a never-ending cycle of recycled content because they were getting it from like Tumblr, and they
Yeah,
were
and,
getting
like,
it from
Reddit
like
and stuff.
Reddit.
Yep. Yep.
And so it's
It's a
just a
big
never-ending
machine.
circle. And there's someone who lives in like Virginia who just posted something funny on Reddit one day, who doesn't exist on the internet, like isn't like social media, and has no idea that
Right.
their content has gone from like, a screenshot to Twitter
Been
to
reposted everywhere.
Instagram. It's on Vine. There's a famous YouTuber that has literally been like acting out their comment for all time. Sorry, I could go on forever about that. No, so you're an SSG. You're also an SSG. We're like a Space Station Gaming.
Yeah.
And a lot of people talk about how Space Station Gaming has a lot of Rocket League content creators. I think we arguably have the most Rocket League content creators.
Yeah, definitely.
But you were one of the first. You were
Yeah,
one
yeah,
of
me
the
and
very,
Mertzy.
yeah, you and Mertzy. You and Mertzy were the first Rocket League content creators for Space Station Gaming. What was that like?
It was awesome. I was just so pumped that they wanted to like actually have us because I think we were one of the first like Rocket League content creators on an org period. Like most orgs didn't really want content creators. Like they just wanted their pro team. That was their investment. They were done. But SSG, I was just so thrilled. I almost couldn't believe it that SSG wanted not one but two, and now like 8 Rocket League content creators. Like they wanted a full team and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was mostly just I was super pumped when and I was just in disbelief too when they reached out and were like, we want a Rocket League content creator or two or more. I was like,
Yeah,
this is great.
and you guys did such a good job with it that they signed people like us.
Yeah, they wanted
Passed
more.
on the unbelievable feelings because I think it was you and Mertzy. Like it wasn't Chonders or SSG reaching out to all of us. It was like you and Mertzy just like sliding into DMs. I remember
Yeah.
that. I remember that day because you messaged Ranny and Mertzy messaged me and we were both kind of like, huh?
Yeah, we split it up. We're like, you message these people, well, I'll message these people.
Yeah, no,
I think
no.
everyone was like, yeah, they're like, did someone? I wondered how many people like DM'd each other or like, did you guys get a message from like Sunless or Mercy?
Oh yeah, no,
That's
we
funny.
we talk about this because we talk about this on the podcast. I think we like all kind of talked about our reactions to having getting the DM and how like it didn't really feel real. And like I swear to God for like a second, like with the Mertzy thing, like he had followed me a couple hours before. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. Maybe he's just seen a Rocket League tweet. But when he sent the DM, I still had to like click his profile a couple times and be like, this is really Mertzy, right? Mertzy wouldn't pull a prank, but Mertzy's a YouTuber. Is this going to be a YouTube prank? I don't think SSG has any other content creators.
Oh, that's great.
Oh no, it was fantastic. It was fantastic. So if it wasn't content creation, if it wasn't YouTube and video games and everything that you're doing right now, what would you be doing?
I would be editing videos for a production company, 100%. I'd probably still be at my old company that I left. Yeah, because they were great. I loved my job before YouTube, so I'd probably still be there.
No, that's awesome. So it's awesome that you brought experience over that. That had to make it
Oh
make it
yeah.
easier diving into YouTube.
Oh yeah. I learned so much about editing and like how to cut stuff quick and production and storytelling, all that stuff I learned at my old job. So it really helped with YouTube.
Yeah, and it shows. I think you have some of like from series like oh, why you suck at Rocket League to everything you've done since then. I think it
Yeah.
really shows in the things that you put out. It shows that you know you have that creative build, you have that storytelling concept that I think can be missing from a lot of content, especially in the Rocket League community. It's hard. It's not that that's an insult to anybody else. It's just
Yeah.
it's hard to tell a story with
Yeah.
a video game.
Right. It definitely is.
That's not a story-based video game.
Right.
Imagine,
Yeah, it's a challenge.
a story-based like Rocket League campaign.
Story-based Rocket League. That'd be great.
No, but and so I asked this question to wrap it all up. I've been wrapping up all these episodes with a little advice out to viewers, but I asked this one because I think you're the best suited to do it. You always have these creative, original ideas, and I think they stand out above everyone else. What advice would you give to people listening or watching and everything about that? Content creators specifically struggling with like creative idea burnout, like they feel like they've ran out of ideas.
Mm. Well, that's me all the time. So let me know when someone gives you some good advice because I need it.
Oh,
No, I don't know. It's kind of hard to pinpoint where exactly it comes from. I feel that way all the time, but a lot of times it's just sitting down and really trying to picture yourself as a viewer and pinpointing what you want in a video. And so I think that's my most used method is like, what do I want to see on YouTube related to Rocket League? Like, what do I really want to see right now? I've seen this, I've seen this, I've seen this, but what's something that would actually be a little new, but still familiar enough that I'd click on it? So I really try to think of what I would like to see in my recommended, and then think of some titles, think about what I would click on, and then go out and reverse engineer, like sort of start with the title and the concept and then create that and be like, okay, now what would that actually look like? And then go about organizing it, making it happen. That's
yeah.
that's how I try to come up with ideas.
I think the organization is a big part of it. That a lot
Yeah,
of people can
that's
struggle with is just kind of like
yeah,
instead of just sitting down with it, just like
it's a
putting it all
lot
in
of
front of
work.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And I think that was a really good answer. And I think that can help a lot of people, especially creators who might be struggling with that. No. So yeah, thank you so much for sitting down and talking with us. I hope you had, you know, this is all still very early and like guinea pigging, so I hope you're having a good time with it. I hope
Yeah, this is great.
you
Thanks for
enjoyed
having
it.
me.
Yeah, no, of course, guys, make sure to sub to SUNLESSKHAN on YouTube. Of course, if you're not already, I don't know why you wouldn't be. And also go follow him on Twitter so he can become a Twitter meme account. And eventually sell his Twitter account for like $500,000.
Perfect.
Never have to create a YouTube video again. No, but guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.